Um, can I, um, hmm, I guess it would be like, what would it be?
I'm just gonna dance help over here compared to literally everyone else.
Would it be diplomacy? I don't think so. So, can I, like, grab one of my rations and offer it?
You have your rations are made of nothing but carbs. But would you like to try what would you, what skill would you like to try? Would you like to try
Well,
diplomacy or
that's what I'm thinking, because everything else wouldn't fit, I don't think. Unless it would be
um
nature. But
do
I
you
don't think
remember
so.
what your languages are, Axe?
I have draconic. I know that for a fact. But I do have draconic.
Okay, what would you like? Would you also are going to be able to speak to the dragon?
Yes. Um, so what would I be? Like, would
What do
it
you
be
say to the
diplomacy?
dragon?
Okay. Um, honestly, in like full truth, in Axe's like thing, because we already were like, hey, let's make it our pet, or hey, let's talk to it. So in character of like, I cannot speak for everyone else, but I would not want to hurt you. I respect you. Do you want food? I know it isn't what you like, but it is rations.
It looks it kind of you're kind of sitting in the back. Would you like to approach the dragon as a show of goodwill?
Yes. I will also
Do you
like
drop your
innocence, but
weapon?
I do drop my weapon whenever I get up here. Not beforehand though. But I will drop my weapon and I will have my hands both up. One with rations in it though.
Okay. Go ahead and approach the dragon.
It's right here where I don't know
Yep,
if I can go right there.
you can go in timber spaces. All of timber
I'm
spaces are valid spaces.
just gonna just
I
step
will
up.
say, I will move you a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
please.
good. Let me
Because I
just.
don't know how far I can or should move.
There you go. Okay. Go ahead and uh, I got you. Um, it will look over to you as you kind of approach it and say, more food, must protect, protection for food. You can try a diplomacy check. That is basically diplomacy or survival, one of the two. You could also do survival to make it a little bit more fitting.
Yeah, but diplomacy, at least that's one more chance.
Only the reason why I say diplomacy is because you can speak its language.
Yeah. That's the only reason I was thinking diplomacy too. Was because I can actually talk to it, but I'm pretty sure 12 will not be good enough.
Uh, you hear the dragon as he kind of looks over to you. He says, all drop weapon or I attack. You know, group think." As he kind of ignores your hands, taking the food from your hands specifically, and then looking at the raised weapons of everyone else.
Okay. Can I, like. Okay. I'm going to look at everyone with kind of
Look at a
like,
hot tea over there with like 3 HP.
yeah, it's just like a situation of like, please trust me on this, and if you drop your weapons, he won't attack.
Timber, it is your go.
Timbo like grips his sword for a moment. And just looking at the at the situation he's in. I trust you. And he drops his weapon.
Hot tea, it is your go.
I mean, I don't have a weapon, so I just lower my hands.
Dan, it is your go.
I'll kind of walk around behind Timber because I haven't actually seen the dragon at this point, and I had already said that I had holstered it, so my coat kind of covers my gun anyways. So I'll just kind of have my hands up as I walk around the corner and just be like,
I never had a weapon.
friend, foe, what's going on?
You kind of see it as everyone begins to kind of drop their weapons. You see a new look about its face, Axe. It goes from aggressive to almost it kind of contorts his face in a way that looks very concerned. It says, you speak, Draconic. Oh, whatever. You speak, Dragon. You understand me. I help need. And you see it kind of lower its ears a little bit.
What's it saying, Axe?
It says it needs help.
Help with what?
What do you need help with, guy?
He kind of looks over at everyone else, and he kind of looks at everyone else. He says, "Only trust Dragon Speaker. Come with me," he says as he kind of jolts a few directions this way, looking behind him after you.
Okay. So you can speak for a second with that.
I was just gonna be like, what's going on?
So, because I speak Draconic, right now he only trusts me, so he only wants me to go.
Cool,
Y'all
don't die.
y'all just be cautious. I sense something's off, so just trust me
Well, Axe,
enough to try and do this.
you go off and go do that, but scream if there's any trouble, and the cavalry will come.
Will do. I was like,
Yeehaw.
you'll know if I need you, because I can't go through walls.
Technically,
Can I,
you were
like, put my
supposed to
sword
use the
back in its scabbard?
mushrooms. Technically, you were supposed to use the mushrooms to get behind the spray, so you wouldn't be affected. But then everyone just stood within fireball distance,
I
except
knew that was
Dan.
gonna happen too. Every time. Always fucking
Uh,
fireball this thing.
Axe, you see a very, very long, tall cliff, about 50 feet up in the air, as the dragon begins to circle and land, looking out over the edge, speaking to you, saying, "I'm here. Need help."
While they're doing that,
Little-
I'm gonna drink a potion.
Yeah.
Please do. Little
Same.
buddy, can you help me up so it's faster?
You will see the dragon isn't big enough to help, but he is going to jump down, and then he is going to almost kind of climb up on the wall in a way that shows you his best, the best place to like do some handholds and stuff. I will
Okay.
say you'll be able to get up there just fine.
Okay. I can't tell if that's on the wall or not, understandably.
Yep. You climb up on top of here, Axe. And on top of this very tall cliff, you see another dragon egg on top of this, surrounded almost on a bed of dead fish that haven't even been eaten yet. And as the dragon kind of walks over, you see him pushing some more dead fish next to the dragon egg as it looks over to you and says, "Egg, no, eat! Sister still not hatched."
Oh. Um. Well, I don't want to make this sound rude in any way, but at least in the eating part, I don't think she's going to, because she is not hatched. But I'm, even though I know Draconic, I don't entirely know how y'all are hatched, but I will still try and help any way I can. It's like I know with like snakes, because me and my brother used to, well, I used to own like a small one,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they need, this is still in character, but sometimes they need to little assistance with like making a little hole for them to get out. But that's also if she's tried to. Has your sister tried to, I guess, move it all?
Hey, move. But no, come out.
Okay. Um, do you trust me to see if I can make a small slit in the egg cautiously to not make sure not to hurt your sister, but enough to hopefully help her get out?
It is only, you can tell this dragon is only a very, very, maybe few weeks old at max. Uh, it comes out of the room, or it comes out of the egg with a pretty built, breath system, but for the most part, you are unsure if you really understand how to, work with the dragon. However, you do remember that the guild that you were a part of seems to have a great dragon protecting it.
You're right. Why did I think about that? So yeah, I roll. Actually, I have a better idea. If you trust to go with us, but the guild that we come from, there is a large dragon that protects the area.
Family with dragon?
Well, sort of. Um, but the dragon does protect that section. So said dragon may be able to help you better than I can.
Kobold
Um,
said dragon is pet, but dragon no, kobold not protector. Dragon egg was with me. Dragon no have family. If
well,
you dragon family, maybe help sister.
yeah, that's sort of what I'm trying to say, yeah. Would that be okay with you if we took you back to help, not to make you as pets, but to I guess in a way, yeah, make you have a small family.
Dragon alone with sister. Kobold tried to take sister as well to hatch, but dragon no trust kobold. Dragon need new family.